In today's interconnected world, our phones are our lifelines. We use them for everything from staying in touch with loved ones to managing our finances. But this reliance on technology comes at a price. Scammers target our phones. It's crucial to be aware of the dangers behind unknown numbers. Victims often lose money, sometimes their life savings. Scammers use sophisticated techniques to make their calls seem legitimate. The best defense is to be informed and vigilant. Remember, with unknown callers, it's better to be safe than sorry. One particularly insidious phone scam involves a simple, seemingly innocuous question. Can you hear me? This scam, often referred to as the "Can you hear me" scam, is designed to elicit a yes response from unsuspecting individuals. While it may seem harmless, that one word can have serious consequences. Here's how the scam works. The scammer calls you, often from an unknown number, and asks, "Can you hear me?" If you answer yes, they record your response. This recording can then be used against you. Scammers may use your recorded yes to authorize fraudulent charges on your phone bill or other accounts. They may also use it to gain access to your personal information by playing the recording back to customer service representatives as proof of your identity. The "Can you hear me" scam highlights the importance of being cautious about what you say over the phone, even in seemingly harmless situations. A simple yes can be manipulated and used against you. It's a stark reminder that scammers are constantly evolving their tactics, finding new ways to exploit our trust and steal our information. Phone scammers are masters of deception, employing a range of psychological tactics to manipulate their victims. One of their most powerful tools is your own voice. As technology advances, so too do the ways in which scammers can exploit our voices for their gain. Voice cloning technology, for instance, allows scammers to create realistic-sounding replicas of your voice using just a small sample of your speech. This cloned voice can then be used to impersonate you, making calls to your loved ones or financial institutions to request money or sensitive information. Scammers may also use recordings of your voice to bypass security measures that rely on voice recognition, such as those used by banks and other financial institutions. The increasing sophistication of these tactics makes it more challenging than ever to distinguish between legitimate calls and those from scammers. This underscores the importance of being extra cautious when answering calls from unknown numbers and never sharing personal or financial information over the phone unless you are absolutely certain of the caller's identity. While phone scams are a pervasive threat, there are practical steps you can take to protect yourself from becoming a victim. By adopting these strategies and remaining vigilant, you can significantly reduce your risk of falling prey to these scams. First and foremost, be wary of answering calls from unknown numbers. If you don't recognize the number, let the call go to voicemail. Legitimate callers will typically leave a message, allowing you to assess the situation before returning the call. Secondly, never give out personal or financial information over the phone unless you initiated the call and are confident you know who you're speaking with. Reputable organizations will never call you unsolicited and ask for sensitive information like your social security number, credit card details, or bank account information. If you receive a call from someone claiming to represent a company or organization you do business with, hang up and call back using the official contact information listed on their website or your account statements. This way, you can ensure you're speaking with a legitimate representative. Section 5. The power of silence. Why ignoring unknown numbers is your first line of defense. In today's digital age, where our phones are constantly buzzing with notifications and calls, it can be tempting to answer every ring, even from unknown numbers. However, when it comes to protecting yourself from phone scams, silence is golden. Ignoring calls from numbers you don't recognize is your first and most effective line of defense. Scammers often use automated dialing systems that blast out calls to thousands of numbers, hoping to find someone who will answer. By not picking up, you're essentially removing yourself from their target list. If the call is important, the caller will usually leave a voicemail. This gives you the opportunity to screen the call and decide whether or not to return it. Remember, legitimate organizations and individuals will understand if you don't answer a call from an unknown number. They will leave a message or try contacting you through other means. By embracing the power of silence, you're taking a proactive step towards safeguarding yourself from the manipulative tactics of phone scammers. Voicemail, your ally in the battle against phone scams. Voicemail is a powerful ally in the fight against phone scams. It lets you screen calls and gather information before engaging. Let unknown numbers go to voicemail to assess the situation. Legitimate callers leave detailed messages. Verify their identity before responding. Scammers often avoid detailed messages. They may hang up or leave vague messages. Pay attention to voicemail content and tone. Use voicemail wisely to stay safe from scams. Section 7. Guarding your information, the golden rule of phone safety. In the realm of phone safety, there's one golden rule that reigns supreme. Never give out personal or financial information over the phone unless you initiated the call and are absolutely certain of the recipient's identity. This principle is paramount in safeguarding yourself against the ever-evolving tactics of phone scammers. Remember, legitimate organizations, including banks, government agencies, and reputable companies, will never call you unsolicited and ask for sensitive information such as your social security number, credit card details, bank account numbers, or passwords. If you receive a call from someone claiming to represent such an organization and requesting this type of information, it's a red flag that should never be ignored. Hang up immediately and contact the organization directly using the official contact information listed on their website or your account statements. By adhering to this golden rule, you're establishing a crucial barrier between yourself and potential scammers, protecting your personal and financial well-being. Section 8. Recognizing the red flags. Common tactics employed by phone scammers. Phone scammers are adept at disguising their true intentions, often employing sophisticated tactics to appear legitimate and gain your trust. However, there are common red flags that can help you identify and avoid falling victim to their schemes. One of the most prevalent red flags is a sense of urgency or pressure. Scammers often try to create a sense of panic or fear, urging you to act immediately without thinking. They may threaten legal action, claim your account is compromised, or offer a deal that's too good to be true if you don't provide information right away. Another red flag is unsolicited calls from unknown numbers, especially those claiming to be from government agencies, banks, or other reputable organizations. Remember, these entities rarely, if ever, make unsolicited calls requesting personal or financial information. Be wary of callers who refuse to answer your questions directly, provide vague or evasive answers, or try to steer the conversation away from their initial request. If something feels off or too good to be true, it probably is. Section 9. Spreading the word. Empowering others with knowledge against phone scams. In the interconnected world we live in, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to combating the pervasive threat of phone scams. By sharing information about common scam tactics, red flags to watch out for, and practical tips for staying safe, we can empower ourselves and others to protect against these fraudulent schemes. Talk to your family, friends, and colleagues about phone scams. Share your knowledge and encourage them to be vigilant. Explain the importance of never giving out personal or financial information over the phone unless they initiated the call and are certain of the recipient's identity. Discuss the "can you hear me?" scam and other common tactics employed by scammers, highlighting the red flags to watch out for. Encourage them to sign up for resources like the Federal Trade Commission's (FTC) Consumer Information Blog and other reputable sources that provide updates on the latest scams and prevention tips. By spreading the word and fostering a culture of awareness, we can create a united front against phone scams, protecting ourselves and our loved ones from becoming victims. Section 10. Trust your instincts. Your intuition is your most powerful weapon. In the fight against phone scams, your intuition is your most powerful weapon. While scammers may be skilled manipulators, your gut instinct can often detect when something feels off or too good to be true. If you receive a call that makes you feel uncomfortable, pressured, or suspicious, trust your instincts and hang up. It's always better to err on the side of caution than to risk becoming a victim of a scam. Remember, scammers rely on catching people off guard and exploiting their vulnerabilities. They may use persuasive language, create a sense of urgency, or even threaten you to get what they want. Don't be afraid to say no, hang up, or ask for more time to consider their request. Your intuition is a powerful tool that can help you navigate the often murky waters of phone communications. By trusting your gut and listening to that inner voice that tells you when something isn't right, you can avoid falling prey to even the most sophisticated phone scams. Stay informed, stay safe. Resources and ongoing vigilance in the fight against phone scams. The battle against phone scams requires constant vigilance and staying informed about the latest tactics. Numerous resources help you stay ahead and protect yourself. The FTC provides information on common scams and consumer protection laws. Their website offers tips on recognizing and protecting against phone scams. Registering on the National Do Not Call Registry reduces unwanted telemarketing calls. Stay informed and skeptical of unknown numbers to safeguard against scams. Utilize resources and remain vigilant to protect yourself and loved ones.